story. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, Jim, Mayor Tom.
There you are.
First off, I apologize to everybody for saying GD. It was totally unprofessional. I mean, sincerely. Okay? I did want to start off. This is to the lady that called in from Highland that said her rate went up $30 already. That's not because of the city of Hammond. Absolutely. She pays a retail rate in Highland. We sell Highland water for 50 cents, and Highland sells it to her for like $3.50. So if she's paying more because either she uses a lot more water or Highland raised her rates. This has nothing to do with the city of Hammond. Nobody's paid a penny extra other than the Hammond retail rate. That's the only thing that's gone into effect. So all this make-believe stuff about my water bill went up and everybody's shutting their business down, that is not true. Like, not one extra penny has been paid. Another point, Griffith was out of contract for 2 years, and we kept supplying them with water under the old contract. We, theoretically, we could have gone to court and cut them off, and we chose not to. So,
Mayor,
and I don't have a long time. I was on hold for like 15 minutes. I wanted to clear this up, but I'm about to go on my podcast, Left of Center, in about 2 minutes here. So I did want to call in and clear that up.
I would love to carry it, but you swear, and I can't put it on the radio.
Well, yeah, that's true. By the way, everything that MX was playing on that video was totally doctored. Like, he was cutting out important parts, and like, of course, but it's MX, and you're literally playing a video from somebody that has no, he's totally biased.
No, I just played the audio.
Key points.
Just the audio.
But he was cutting out key points, and you're playing it like.
All right, well, give us the key points. All right, so hold on a second.
All you have to do is go to Hammond. It's all on there. It's very well explained. It took me like 15 minutes to explain it. It's not anything you could talk about in 30 seconds, so it probably doesn't work for WJOB.
Well, give the folks an idea of. Right now, there was a class action lawsuit. Does it look like it's going to be settled?
Yes.
And who's going to pay what?
Well, that'll come out in the coming days, but there's this very specific timeline. And like I said, my podcast starts in 2 minutes, so I don't have a lot of time. I tried to call in 20 minutes ago to clear this up. But
why don't you just text me and tell me you're on the phone? All right, so...
Well, if I texted you, I'd say you're not telling the truth. I mean, I don't think you'd like to get that text.
What is this? What? I mean, I don't mind a couple, like, body shots and so forth. But what exactly are you saying? I mean, are you saying that I'm not going to tell the truth? Explain.
No, you give a biased point of view.
I give a bias? Or give me an example.
Like the lady from Highland that calls in and you're like, yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? She didn't pay one extra penny because of this lawsuit. It has nothing to do with the lawsuit. If she's paying extra, either because Highland raised her rates, it's already making 600% off of the water sales. Either they raised her rate or she uses a heck of a lot of extra water. And so, but you play it on your station like it's fact. And then, of course, Burley's there saying, Tom McDermott's a jerk off, and Tom McDermott's a jerk. Everybody hates him. It's like, you wonder why, I don't feel welcome on the air.
Well, Mayor, you have an open invitation to tell us what it is that
I have a podcast. It's called Left of Center.
All right. And I know why you're doing this, and that's good. And I would like to carry portions of it, but I want to get back to this. Why are we all, why did you unilaterally raise the rates on all these towns around you? I
didn't unilaterally raise rates. The Hammond Water Board raised rates, and then we met with all the customer communities in an attempt to avoid litigation. And I think if you talk to Dustin, he would confirm this. I met with every city in town to attempt to settle this, and then they filed a lawsuit, and then we settled it within months. Did
you meet with them before or after you announced the rate increase?
It was after.
All right, so you just raised it.
It was after the Hammond Water Board. I don't have the right to raise the rates by myself.
Okay, but do you understand? I mean, you fight very hard for Hammond. Do you understand why these surrounding communities stood up and filed the class action suit to protect their residents? You understand that, right?
No, absolutely. And we keep in mind, Hammond hadn't raised rates for 35 years. So that was our fault. That should have happened over time, and I take responsibility for that. And of course I understand why we ended up where we did. And we also settled it, which is great.
So going forward, what is going to happen, or what do you want to happen here regarding this water skirmish?
It's over.
Once the settlement that has verbally been agreed to is signed, then we should be able to kind of have an idea where we're going to be on our water rates for the next several years.
20 years.
For the next 20 years. All right.
Yep.
So going forward, how long, I mean, you and I have had these like dust-ups several times in your administration and mine. Are you going to continue to tell people that, like, I'm not telling the truth and that I'm not credible in some way?
When you don't tell the truth, I'll tell people you're not telling the truth.
Well, I would like that. I think people need to hear that from you. But when the woman from Highland calls in and says that her rate went up, that is
that's
her call and her reporting that.
I agree.
Yeah.
But that's not true. Secondly, if her rate went up, it's because the town of Highland did something to her. It has nothing to do with litigation. It has nothing, because the rates right now, today, are still the same as they've been for the last 35 years. That's a fact. And
I think that everybody agrees that they had to go up. I mean, all you got to do is turn on your faucet and just take some Lake Michigan. The Hammond water is the best water in America. Ask anybody, and it was too cheap. And you're right, we went too long without raising it. But this fighting amongst class action lawsuits, Mayor, you got a real big opportunity right now. Hopefully, in the future, we can avoid these kind of things.
Right, I agree.
All right. Well, hey, it was good talking to you.
What's that?
It was good. It was good talking to you.
All right. I'm sorry if I seem distracted. I'm about to jump on that.
All right. Hey, thank you for clearing that up. Anything else you want to tell people?
Yeah, left of center starts in 1 minute.
All right.
I'll see you guys soon.
There you
Take care.
That's fine. All right. So I don't know what to make of that, but Verley, we got a big.
Wow. It's good to know, Jim, for your business, that he's still listening, even on Tuesdays, right? I'll never come on WJOB again. First of all, the caller from Highland, if she said her rate increased $30, then that was what happened to her, regardless to whether it had anything to do with Hammond increasing the rate to Highland. If it's going to go up 200%, then her water bill is going to be higher than the $30 increase. So if she's paying $30 more, imagine what it's going to be like after the water rate increased. So, for him to outright call her a liar, she didn't say why it went up. She said it went up.
No, he was calling me the guy that's not bringing the truth. You know what, Verley?
And he waited all that time, Jim, just to get on your radio station.
Hey, Verley, I think the important thing, at least for me, is kind of taking a more area-wide look here. I would really like to get past us fighting about water. It's not good. It's not a good look to businesses that want to come in, especially those that might want to use water.
Might want to use water? I can't imagine one that doesn't use water.
Yeah, in the production process.
At least in their bathrooms.
Yeah, at least. So hopefully that's the case. But we got to get to something. Klein Avenue Bridge, $1.
Klein Avenue Bridge is now open.